Good morning, traders, and welcome to the opening trade. I'm Ayla. Before we get started, don't forget to first read and understand our disclosures found in both link and text in the description of this video. Let's take a look at the current sim account balance. Here we go. Simulated the opening trade cash value. The gross will match this one, and the realized will be after fees. You can obtain your fee schedule from your provider. It's always most important that you know what that is. All right, what did we see since yesterday? Uh, since yesterday, there was a couple of reports that came out. Today, we have on the calendar pending home sales month over month at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. FOMC member bar speaks at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 10:30, the crude oil inventories report comes out. And then tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, the final GDP quarter for quarter comes out, unemployment claims, and final GDP price index quarter for quarter, and the natural gas storage. So those are the reports for tomorrow. And Friday, the core PCE price index month over month will be coming out, as well as other reports. And there's closing off the week with some FOMC members. Williams and Waller will be speaking. Site Group says California facility experienced damage from the tornado on March 22nd. Baltic Index picks up on firm demand for larger vessels. Financial stocks gain pre-bell today. Gold moves lower as safe haven buying eases in the dollar and yields rise. AMC stock jumps, but Amazon unlikely to acquire theater chain, analyst says. Google antitrust fine reaffirmed by Indian appeals court. We have less than 6 minutes before we see the New York market open. All right, let's take a look at the backtest results for these automated trading strategies we could potentially see fire off later in this live stream. The first one will be 6 minutes after the New York Open, and that's going to be on the Dow Jones futures, of course. Here is the start and end date, the max drawdown, the gross loss, the gross profit, and the total net profit. 2 minutes after that, we could potentially see the Russell fire off. So here's the backtest results for the Russell. Max drawdown, the gross loss, the gross profit, and the total net profit there. 2 minutes after that, at the same time, we could potentially see the S&P 500 fire up, as long as the trading indicators are met. So here's the start and end date. Max drawdown, gross loss, gross profit, and total net profit. And here's the S&P 500 futures, of course. Here is our start and end date, the max drawdown, the gross loss, the gross profit, and the total net profit. For those of you unaware, total net profit is what you're getting when it's all said and done. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is make sure that I'm on the right account. And make sure that I'm on a 3-minute candle. My strategy is on the right strategy, so I need to make sure that it changed them on all of my charts. Okay, so now that I made sure that I checked my back test, and then I looked over here, made sure I'm on a 3-minute candle, made sure I'm on the right account, and made sure I'm on the right strategy. These are things that are pertinent to become, get the outcome I'm looking for. So the great thing about our automated trading strategies is that if you would like to fine tune it, you easily can. They're 100% user friendly, so you can fine tune it to however you see fit. We would like to thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. We greatly appreciate it. Our systems are automated and they are live when enabled by the users. They run in the U.S. equity futures market, and free trials to the automated trading systems are on our website at theopeningtrade.com. Don't forget to read and understand all associated risks listed on the website and in this video description. Alright, so let's take a look here and see what happened since yesterday. So here's yesterday all the way to today. So let's look at the NASDAQ. There we have the NASDAQ. There's yesterday to today. This is the first chart we could potentially see fire off an automated trade, and the it would be for the Dow Jones futures. So let's see, yesterday through today. And let's take a look at the Russell. Again, Russell 2000 futures. Yesterday was here, going through to today. And crude oil. God, look at the crude oil. We have less than a minute before we see the New York market open. Yesterday started here, ended here. Alright, so alright, so we have less than a minute before we see the New York market open. Okay. Paychex had no deposits with recently shuttered banks, so that's good for those people who get their money that way. BAT appoints the new director of C area, and that would be SCE, that kind of C with your site. Cinta's fiscal quarter 3 adjusted earnings revenue rise, increased fiscal 2023 outlook. Healthcare stocks advanced pre-market today. All right, now we see the New York Open has just happened. The Toronto Stock Exchange rose at the open. Allstate, the car insurance company, Allstate files for senior notes offering, size not disclosed. Anchor Daniels Midland files for note offering, size not disclosed. Is that a trend today? Let's see a trend. Emergent Biosolutions expects Narcan nasal spray in markets by late summer. Janssen to exit investigational RSV adult vaccine program. New data shows Biogen's B11B080 reduces pro, to, to, no, tau protein levels. Not really sure there. Okay, so for crude oil, um, the first candle will close 3 minutes. If there's a viable manual trade, that's what we're looking for on the crude oil right now. So since we have 4 automated trading strategies set up to fire off if the parameters are met, the only market I have available to look for a manual trade at this time is for crude oil. Again, do what is comfortable for you. EQT buys US-based laser logistics. Curaleaf announces acquisition of Desert Wellness. Polypid announces pricing of a 6.2 million underwritten public offering of shares. Oil prices rise again on drop in U.S. inventories and squeeze supply as Kurdistan exports remain offline. FDA makes overdose reversal drug Narcan available over the counter, which we heard earlier when Emergent Biosolutions expects a Narcan nasal spray to be on the market. So that would be if there that may be something to look into there. Okay, so our first candle closed. Unfortunately, the indicator is not there for me to take a manual trade. How do I know this? Because I'm using my three-step manual trading system, and for me, that means that if I'm above the 200 period EMA, I need a red candle. I did get a red candle, but I got the indicator is not there because I need both step 2 and step 3 to be red as well. And currently they are green, which means that the market is trying to pull up and go higher above the 200 period EMA, which is fine. We'll just catch it on the way back down, hopefully. Okay, so the New York market has been open a little over 3 minutes. So let's take a look at what we're seeing here. So what we're seeing here is we have the S&P 500 and it is it is above the 200 period EMA today. Is the last candle did close red, and step 2 and step 3 is red, which is great. But there's no time to take an automated trade because we're trying to let the or there's no time to take a manual trade because we're trying to let the automated trades fire off first. So, with that being said, let's flip through the markets, the charts here, and see what's going on. Our first automated trade will take place on the YM, which is the very next chart. This chart here, this is the Dow Jones Futures. This is our first automated trade. Potentially could fire off on this market. Although it is coming down to the 200 period, you may get close. Okay, so what we will see this potentially trade in less than a minute. So let's take a look at the Russell. The Russell drops below the 200 period EMA. You see this very thin red line of pinstripe. That's how far the candle range went before it closed. So that is quite interesting here. Alright, so let's take a look at the crude oil. What do we have going on here? So at this time, there's still no real manual trade I want to take. Again, I recommend this. You always do what feels comfortable for you so that we don't
Order submitted.
regret your choices. Okay, so that means that the Dow fired off. So here we go. So our automated trading system fired off on the Dow. So the first thing I'm going to do is disable that. So if I want to trail my stop, I can move it without the system not letting me. All right, so we're in an automated trade currently in the Dow Jones futures. So we are watching this automated trade take place, and it is currently a winner. It's currently up, and we're watching the number change here in this green box, as well as right here in this black box. We have less than a minute before we could potentially see to another automated trading system, just one on the Russell.
Order submitted.
Order filled, that means that the Russell went into an automated trade. So now I have two automated trades firing off, which means that let's take a look. Crude oil, there's nothing worth a manual trade, which is good. I'm too busy right this second watching these two automated trades. So in less than 2 minutes, we could potentially see the Nasdaq and the S&P fire off as well. So the Russell, I need to disable the Russell. All right, still in an automated trade on the YM. Still in an automated trade on the Russell. We have less than a minute before we could potentially see two more automated trades fire off, and that would be on the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. If the parameters are met, they fire off simultaneously at the same time in less than a minute. Let's take a look. We are still in a trade on the Russell.
Order submitted.
Okay, so Nasdaq went in as okay. So I have 4 automated trades going on right now. Alright, so let's take a look what's happening in our automated trade. Alright, so here we have the Dow. Here is the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq might get stopped out. Here is the S&P 500 and here is our Russell. Okay, so our Russell trade is doing pretty good. All right, so we're still in an automated trade here on the Russell and in the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500. So the Russell's once the Russell gets just a little bit more in profit, then I'm going to move my stop loss up.
Order
I
filled.
also will hit close there. Here we are. We're still in an automated trade on the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P, and it looks like they're all turning on me. So we see here we're still in these automated trades on S&P, NASDAQ, and the Dow. There is no indicator yet for a manual trade on the crude oil. The Russell's too close to the 200 period EMA for myself. Again, make sure you do what you feel comfortable with. Here is the automated trade on the Dow Jones futures right now. Alright, let's take a look at our other trades. Alright, so this is the S&P 500. We're in an automated trade. So here we're watching the S&P 500.
Order filled.
Closed out on the NASDAQ before it lost its steam. Here we're on the S&P seeing a profit, and the Dow is seeing a profit as well. In the Dow, S&P 500, still into automated trades here. All right, so we're watching this S&P 500, and we're still in our Dow. Energy stocks push TSX higher. Synopsys deepens AI push with new tools. All right, here we go, S&P 500. Let's watch it. Let's see it run. So we're seeing a little runner on the S&P. All right, S&P 500 is doing really good right now. And we're still in an automated trade on the Dow Jones futures here. Let's take a look at Dow. We're still in two automated trades, one on the S&P 500 and the other one is on the Dow. Crude oil is not ready for a manual trade yet. Russell is not either. Automated trade here on the Dow and the S&P 500. Let's take a look at the news. Coceptus Therapeutics secures exclusive rights to negotiate to acquire transformational cell therapy platforms to enable potent combinatorial immuno-oncology treatment strategies. Genius Group settles litigation with Alto Opportunity Master Fund, Beck Airtron Capital, LLC in Vegas, Qatar. FDA approves Narcan for over-the-counter use. Emergent Biosolutions stock surges. That's what I was saying earlier. If you know what the ticker is for Emergent Biosolutions, now probably would be the time to get in since they are going to be selling Narcan over the counter this fall, and that that will be snapped up like candy, I believe. Um, I could see where a lot of businesses, especially hotels, would want to have that on hand. So, to stop things happening on their properties, I foresee that there will be a mass ordering as soon as that is available. Clean Harbors sees 2027 revenue to grow 100 to 300 by basis points above U.S. GDP. FCOJ futures back near high on constricted supply. Boeing stock rallies towards a 3-day win after AAR deal to buy 9 757-200 aircraft. Uh, Go easy, down another 3% as says experts to continue producing annual increase in adjusted dilution EPS despite lower maximum interest rates. It fell 9.4% yesterday. Big title insurer settles New York Attorney General no poach claim. And United invests 5 million in carbon capture company Savant. So Clean Harbors introduces a 5-year growth target at the 2023 Investor Day. All right, so what's happening in our automated trades? Here we are. Okay, update on Dollarama, now up 1.5%, was up twice that in early trade after reporting quarter four EPS of 91 cents. Comparable store sales growth of 15.9% and announces a 28% dividend hike. The Mexican peso resumes upward trend. So the Mexican peso is becoming stronger, which means it's worth more. So the Narcan approval restores shine to emergent biosolution shares. And again, if you are looking for something to get in on emergent biosolution shares, uh, they are going to be selling Narcan over the counter come this fall. So this will probably be an interesting stock to watch, especially come this fall. Um, I can see where anybody who has to deal with customers, transportation, sleeping, those kind of things, it could be very handy to have that on hand. You know, could be a good idea to add it to your first aid kit. Okay, so let's see. The U.S. stocks open higher, helped by tech stock and a calmer mood in the banking sector, as we've seen. Let's see. Newmark Group to reportedly sell 60 billion of signature bank loans. Honeywell International makes a strategic investment in Readaptive. AAR is to acquire 9 Boeing 757 200 passenger aircraft from American Airlines. Um, don't you wish if you bought a plane ticket, on the plane ticket it tells you like what year your airplane was? Sometimes I always think that, like, how old is this plane I'm in? But then you might get nervous if you were in a rust bucket or essentially something really old, right? Who knows? Just an interesting pattern. All right, so these two trades just want to hang in there forever. So this is the S&P 500. Here is our Dow Jones futures. This Dow Jones is getting pretty close to hitting resistance, so we're just
Order
gonna hit
filled.
close there because it started to wobble. So here we're on our last automated trade, and we're starting to hit resistance as well. So we're just
Order
gonna close
filled.
that out too. All right, so for the day we're up $660. We did not take any manual trades because we were it wasn't comfortable, wasn't close enough. The indicators weren't there for me to feel comfortable. Again, always do what makes you feel comfortable. So, and don't forget to read and understand all associated risks listed on our website and in this video description. Now let's take a look at after we're done for the day. Here we go. Simulated the opening trade cash value. Here's what we won. Here's after we paid our fees. Again, your fee schedule is provided by your provider, so make sure that you get that information from them so you are an informed trader. We would like to thank you. Oh, good morning, Jay. Thank you very much for the good morning. We will see you guys back here tomorrow. Hopefully the markets are in your favor, forever in your favor. And don't forget to check out our website for free trials to automated trading systems at theopeningtrade.com. You guys have a lovely day, and we will see you tomorrow.